After multiple delays and what many would say is years too late, Marvel's Black Widow is finally with us. The film is now officially out, so I'm going to give my general thoughts on this film without going into any spoilers. It would be a complete lie if I said that I went into Black Widow excited. I really did not go into it with the most excitement. Again, there's a lot of factors to this. For one, it was supposed to be a film that we had what feels like forever ago. Two, again, we know that the character met her end, and we know that this is a prequel. So automatically, the moment we get into prequel territory, I'm just not as excited. As somebody who does tend to love prequels, generally getting to the point of watching it, my excitement isn't really all there. Again, it's not really the fault of Black Widow as a film, it's just the fault of we know that the character dies, so what can you possibly do? So going into this film, which is a sequel to Civil War in many ways, but also a prequel to everything, and of course a film that bounces around and tells us the history of Natasha, I was pleasantly surprised with how many new elements and how they were able to make me care about this character for the first time in the history of the MCU, which unfortunately comes with its own problems. She's dead, so now that I care about her, she's no longer around. Which brings me to the other part of the film, Yelena. She is absolutely amazing. My favorite part of the film, bar none, is Florence Pugh's portrayal of Yelena. From top to bottom, this is the film's star. Yes, it's Black Widow, yes, it's about Natasha, but every single scene, in my opinion, is Yelena's. When she's on the screen, you almost feel like she's been there and she's been doing this for years, just as much as Scarlett Johansson. Honestly, perfect. In many ways, if they were to say that this is Yelena's film and Black Widow is just there to build up the character, I'd go, yeah, you know what, that makes sense. Which brings me to the film's villains and multiple other characters. Red Guardian, great. Taskmaster, this is going to be controversial, and there's going to be a lot of debate in regards to Taskmaster. I can already see some comparisons being made to some, I don't want to spoil it, but some characters that people don't really like in the MCU. Again, we will talk about that when we get to the full-on spoilers and why this is this way. But overall, if you're wondering what does this film bring to the MCU that no other film does, well, it takes what was done with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it further amplifies that. This feels like your Mission Impossible and your Bourne series set within the MCU. It has that same vibe. Now, does it suffer some of that Marvel third act syndrome? Of course it does. It's a comic book movie. But the point is that you care by the end of it. You love it. You love these characters. You want to see more. You want to see all the pieces that they're setting up on the chessboard and how they're going to play out in this film, and not just that, how they're going to play out down the road. To make this short and sweet, in my opinion, Black Widow is in the top tier of MCU films. It honestly surprised me in just about every single way. I cannot wait to talk about this film more and see where multiple characters from this film end up. So with that in mind, I will say Black Widow will not be a film that's for everybody, because I know some people did not like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or what they did in the likes of the Winter Soldier movie, where it's far more grounded. If that's not your thing, this might not be one that you're really excited about. For me, I'm more about the grounded characters. I loved it. Highly recommended. And since the film is available on Disney+, members of the community of the audio commentary tier, you will be happy to know that yes, our audio commentary will be coming really soon. There is a lot to talk about, and of course, stay tuned for more low-key as well.